Hello there, and welcome to a celebratory video for the release of the Final Fantasy set. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I am so happy you could join me. So, if you've seen these videos on the channel before, I usually do a pack opening video for whenever a new set releases, and I also just kind of go over, like, look at the Mastery Pass, look at some of the new stuff in the store, stuff like that. Just kind of go through it real quickly because I know most of you are more interested in the pack openings. But yeah, that is what we're gonna do. We do have a new jump in, which actually I think is fairly worth it if you have jump-in tokens, or, I mean, 1,000 gold's really not much, because you can get a lot of commons and uncommons from this, and occasionally you can get some rares. I don't know precisely where you can go online to see, like, what rares you can get from which options you can pick, but I think Magic the Gathering Zone, I think they have some free articles that talk about it. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Anyway, the other thing that they'll usually give you three free packs to start with. Very nice, very nice. And yeah, so the home screen looks very nice, very picturesque. I love this. Get three new dailies to start things off with. This 1,000 gold thing is still the same. That never really changes. I mean, I've never actually done anything with this, so I don't know if it changes at all. But yeah, let's check the store first. Then we'll go into the Master Pass, and then we'll get into some pack openings. Anyway, the store. Let's see what we got. Some new stuff. Got some new full art basic lands. Just looking at the planes. Seventh Heaven from Final Fantasy VII. Oh, does the mark at the bottom tell you which game it's from, or is that just a Final Fantasy and then a crystal? Yeah, it kind of looks like it because yeah, so you'll have to forgive me. I do not know the full lore of Final Fantasy. I don't like. I've played Final Fantasy 15 and 16. That is all I've played. I know, but it is what it is. This looks like it's from Final Fantasy 9, just because that looks like a black mage in the back. Because I do know that at least. These are all pretty cool. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Chocobos, nice. You also have the basic lands, some different ones. You do get some to start things off with, just one copy each, or one version each of the lands. Looks like they also have a wastes. That's cool. This one I recognize is from Final Fantasy 15 at least. That I do know. That's pretty cool. So what else? What else? Got some new stickers, some new phrase bundles that I don't really care about personally. Oh, avatar collections. Look at all of these guys. Wow. So how many are there? There's 4 of these avatar collections. We got... Yeah, I don't know who any of these people... I think this one's Kefka, which is like the... I'm not sure which... Final Fantasy 6 maybe? I'm not... Yeah, I don't know. Sephiroth, Squall, Yuna, I think, and like, his name's not coming to me. Anyway, don't know. I know this one's Lightning, Clive, and Noctis. Don't know. Again, you'll have to forgive me. I'm excited for the Final Fantasy set, but I know very little about Final Fantasy comparatively. Anyway, we got... Actually, I think, can't I just hover over and it'll tell me who they are? Rydia, Gilgamesh, Kefka, Terra, and Onion Knight. I'm guessing it goes like that. Let's see, Sephiroth, Squall, Yuna, Titus. Thank you. Let's see, I play Kingdom Hearts. He's in Kingdom Hearts. Titus, yeah. We got Baltharian, Fran. Gotcha. Lightning. Shatala? Yeshatala, maybe? Noctis and Clive. Then we got Shentoto, Cactar, that one I do know. Castle Dwarf, Toneberry, and Steltskin, which is a named mogul. I do know that. Got some card styles, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. I might actually have to look into picking up some of these just to I'll have to think about it. I'll have to like deeply think about if I want to pick up any of these. Anyway, that's some of the new stuff in the store. Let's check the mastery pass. Only so this is kind of a short one. Only 5 pages. How long do we have? 50 days or 48, 49, whatever. That's about what I expect. And they've been keeping with this style of you get to spend your mastery orbs on whatever you want. Couple different 1, 2, 3, 4. Good number of card sleeves, some card styles. About what you'd expect. Nothing really new or strange. These are the things you get from the premium pass of the mastery pass. You know, cloud avatar, cloud sleeve, and a standard chocobo. Yeah. Just going through this, you know, packs and packs galore. Oh, but I guess because this is a shorter one, they're giving 2 packs for most of the premiums. That's not bad. Mind Sculptor Companion Chocobo, so a Jace-themed Chocobo. That's cool. I'm guessing this is a Chandra-themed one. Yeah, I like that. Is that, yeah, Chandra-themed one. Pretty cool. Nothing too strange, nothing too odd. Sephiroth is the exquisite sleeve at the end of it all. Again, pretty good. You can get rewards up to level 45 if you don't want to buy the mastery. So yeah, not too bad, all things considered. And not too bad. Again, kind of a short set, which is a little unfortunate. I would much prefer these to be a bit longer. I know, but that gets a little stale at times, but you know, you don't have to pay as much. Don't have to pay as much as often. Anyway, that is that, just the kind of the quick stuff. Let's jump into the packs. Now, if you haven't seen one of these videos before, let me explain. We'll do each of the golden packs separately, you know, one at a time. I will then open 3, you know, the 3 free ones that you get one at a time, and then we'll open the other 50 10 at a time, because again, most of us really only care about seeing the rares and mythics, right? Yeah, I do at least. So, let's start things off. Let's get into it. Naturally, I'm hoping to see mostly just new cards, but these golden packs never really... You might get 2. Oh, we got 3. And hey, I got a Traveling Chocobo. I've seen a few decks that are already running this from the streamer event. Very happy to see this. Venat, Starting Town. I know there's something to do with towns for some landfall cards. Like the more towns you have, the better for certain things. So that's, I guess we'll take it. Yeah, okay. Oh, we got an Ugin. That's not bad. Alright. Next. But yeah, the more Final Fantasy cards we get, the better. Okay, so they're doing... That's 2 this time. Got the Buster Sword and Serapharin. First legendary creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. That's not bad. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 2 or more other legendary creatures, you may transform her into Crystallized Sarah, which is a legendary artifact. The first legendary creature spell, same thing. And then legendary creatures get +2/+2. Okay. Yeah, that is the other thing I do know is the Final Fantasy set has a lot, and I mean a lot, of legendary cards. So, just something to remember. Could be interesting. Alright, got an Ultima, the Wind Crystal, and Tala, Great Sage. Again, I was talking about, you know, a wizard deck is something that people haven't seen in a little while that could pop up here. Oh, does it tell us? Okay, so this guy's from Final Fantasy IV. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really nice. I'm glad they added that, and I didn't even realize. So that's awesome. Yeah, Ultima is kind of weird. Put a blight counter on target land. For as long as that land has a blight counter on it, it loses all land types and abilities and has tap for colorless. Whenever you tap a land for colorless, add an additional colorless. So I could see maybe an Ultima Ugin deck. That'd be kind of interesting. And this is really kind of screwing over your opponent if they're running like a color-heavy deck. We got Tala, Great Sage. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. Looks kind of like a witch to me, but okay. If 4 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, draw 2 cards. Nice. If 8 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, sacrifice Tela, and it deals that much damage to each opponent. So the amount of damage based on the amount of mana you had to cast. Okay. Though that is kind of reliant on having cards that spend a lot of mana. So something to be aware of. Okay. Okay. Wonder how that will work with the Niv. Alright. Alright. Oh, we got another Vivi. That's my second copy. I got one from the pre-order. Yeah. So that we got, and yeah, Vivi's from Final Fantasy IX. Yeah. Okay, that's from 14, so this is from the MMO. Okay. Sacrifice a legendary creature or pay 2. Counter target activated ability, triggered ability, or non-creature spell. Okay. And that's it for the Final Fantasy cards. Alright. Last of the golden packs. We got Jador, Aristocratic Capital, another town that has an ability. That's interesting. Has a sorcery and adventure ability. That's kind of cool. Okay, target opponent mills half their library rounded down. Jeez. Okay. Ooh, we got Kuja. I've seen this one. It's, what is it? At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. Then, if you control 4 or more wizards, transform Kuja into Trance Kuja, which has the ability Flare Star. If a wizard you control will deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage instead. Very nice. So if you can keep this guy alive for 4 turns, then you can start doing some pretty serious damage after a while. So, maybe a Rakdos burn tech? That could be interesting. Very interesting. What else did we get from the Golbez Crystal Collector from Final Fantasy IV? Control, enter, surveil 1, so a Dimir artifacts, okay. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Then, if you control 8 or more, each opponent loses life equal to the card's power. Okay, that's not bad. Pretty heavy, pretty reliant on having a lot of artifacts, though I could see this kind of going interestingly with the synthesizer deck. Something to think about. Alright. That is it for the golden packs, the guaranteed rares and mythics. So now let's get into the actual set. So, first one. All stuff is new. We're not really going to focus on the commons and uncommons. Just, putting that out there now. So this is kind of cool looking. It's Van, Inspiring Sky Pirate, bonus sheet. Cool. Yeah, we're not really going to focus on the commons and uncommons here. I'll do like a quick look at them. But yeah, we're more interested in the rares at the moment. Ninja Blades, equipment, job select. So this has an ability. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token, then attach this to it to make it a ninja. Gotcha. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14. +1/+1 is ninja in addition to its other types and has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. Okay. That player loses life equal to the discarded card's mana value. Not bad. Not bad at all. Cool. Very cool. Okay. Got some lands. Summon Primal Garuda. Is that the one from specifically 15? Yeah, or 14, excuse me. Alright, overkill target. What? Why though? Target creature gets minus 0, minus 99.99 until end of turn. That's funny. That's really funny. Well, because this actually works really well, because this isn't, it doesn't say destroy. You're not destroying a creature, so this bypasses abilities that protect from destruction. So that's kind of interesting. And it's not dealing damage either, so I kind of like that, actually. Yeah, I really kind of like that. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's from Final Fantasy X, yeah. Cool. Hey, we got Sarah. Cool. Got another copy of her. Alright. This will be the last of just the solitary packs we open. After this, we'll jump into just doing 10 at a time. Nice, nice. Giant toad. Or Gigantoad. Okay. So that's the other thing I'd heard about. A lot of the cards have sound effects when they're played. But we got Primal Odin. Gun gear, destroy target creature an opponent controls. This creature gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player. That player loses the... Jeez. So you really don't want to mess with Primal Odin on its second phase. Like, you want to make sure you have a blocker for that. Jeez. Draw 2 cards. Each player loses 2 life. Huh. All right then. That's kind of wild. A win condition card. All right. Now let's jump into the 10. And no, I will not be reading every rare and mythic we see. Just kind of going over them. Just kind of looking at them. I'll take that every day. Got another Vivi. That's 3 copies, I think, now. Got a Cloud, Realm Reborn, Midgar, City of Mako. Another Telha, Ultima, which I think is the spell. Yeah, it's the spell. Destroy all artifacts and creatures in the turn. Just like you're done. Jeez. From the stack, including this card, the player whose turn it is discards down to their maximum hand size. Damage wears off. And this turn and until end of turn effects end. So this is basically just you're done. It's like I'm done with we're done is what this is. Gotcha. C-Cell Dark Knight from that's Final Fantasy IV. A lot of Final Fantasy IV I'm seeing. Lindblom, Genji Glove. All right. I'm definitely gonna have to take some time to really look at like what some people are doing for deck ideas and stuff like that. But I'm kind of excited. Some of these look really cool. All right. Got another Vivi. That's 4 copies. I can make a Vivi deck. We have 2 copies of Kuja. Now I can make that. Hey, Joshua. I know you. I know this one. Alright, Joshua, another Ninja Blades, Esper, Origins. Where are the Espers from? That's Final Fantasy VI. Okay. Summoner's Grimoire. Another Ultima. 2 Joshuas, I didn't realize. Xenos Ye Galvez. I know I'm probably butchering these names. Summon Titan from 15, yeah. Cool, cool. Yeah, this is all pretty cool. Alright. I haven't seen very many chocobos though. I'm kind of hoping to see some of the rare chocobos. Okay, sure. Got a Dion. I think this is actually a there's a Knights deck that kind of rolls with this, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so you can make Knight tokens. What is it? What else does he do? Transformed. Okay. Have flying when Dion enters, create. Okay, so when he enters, create a token. That's cool. So yeah, definitely a Knights build with Dion. Okay, Wandering Minstrel, Starting Town, Darkness Crystal. Aerith. Hello, Aerith. Aether and Prywin. Hope. Mogul's Valor. Cool. Cool, and we'll take this. We'll definitely take that. I'll probably be needing it as time goes on. Alright. Very cool, very cool. Alright. All rares this time, no mythics. Definitely take that. Titan, Minwu, White Mage, Mogul's Valor, Noctis, another Sarah, another Midgar, Fire Crystal, Summon Leviathan, which is from the DLC of Final Fantasy 15, something I never actually got to. Astrologians, Planisphere, okay, definitely take that, as always. Altissima? So this just caught my attention. The artwork on it was pretty cool. Okay. Nice, nice. Alright, last 10. Last 10. Joy. I finally found a... And we actually got an extra? Nice. Finally got a copy of this Chocobo. Then again, it is only an uncommon, so that's perfectly fine. Open that one. Excalibur 2. Nice. Oh, that's why we got a bonus. A bonus sheet, Titus. Sin from Spyro's Punishment. Gotcha. Cypher. Earth Crystal, the Regalia. 2 copies of Sin. I've seen some talk about this card. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Very nice. For each land you control, at the beginning of your end step, return a land you control to its owner's hand, which, you know, is very kind of cool because it, if you have an effect land that like does damage or does something for you, you can just keep recalling that and then play it and another land each turn. Very nice. Water Crystal, cool. So yeah, only I will say the only bad thing about all this is I don't consider myself knowledgeable enough to really give like good explanations of these cards, how they can work in good builds and stuff like that. But because I really am just a casual player and I enjoy this game. I enjoy opening packs, and I'm really looking forward to putting some decks together for this. So I'm going to wrap things up and kind of get to that, start putting some decks together. But yeah, if you enjoyed this pack opening video, this overview video for the Final Fantasy set, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you are new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.